So I was flying around the house and I crashed my newbie drone and I broke off the prop and I found a new prop and I changed it and then when I powered it up, then the engine wouldn't spin and I was worrying about the engine was broke, but the wire was just disconnected. But I don't have a soldering iron. But then I had my old newbie drone. This one, the flight board was broken, and so I took off the engine, and then I tried to remove this prop, because the prop is not the same, and I couldn't take it off. I couldn't remove it, and I tried for a long time to remove it, and I didn't want to broke the prop because this prop was totally fine. And also I don't have that. I don't even know what this tool called, like to pull that thing. I have ways. I have this one, but I couldn't remove it. So I decided to take off all the props on my old newbie drone, and I took off all the props on my new one, and then I changed all the engines, and now it works fine. It's really great, but it seems the new engines, the props there's much more space between the engine and the prop. This is how it was when I bought it. Oh my god, this one is bent. Oh, this one is also broken, maybe also from the crash, or maybe when I remove it. Anyway, there's much more space between there, and that's how I get it when I just bought it. And you see the old one, the older one, there's much less space. But these props I changed myself, so it could just be when I changed the props, then I pushed the blades more down. But when I bought it, it comes like this. You see this one? There's almost, it's hard to see, but there's almost no space between the engine and the prop. And this is my gear. I fly the 300 milliamps high volt, and it's my controller. I feel the latency with the controller is much better with the crossfire, much better. Now I don't fly with the, how to say, this kind of, I only fly crossfire now. And this is my goggles. I've been very happy with the goggles, but I contacted the factory just today because I wanted to buy the new this one, because it's broke. But you don't make these goggles anymore, so I couldn't buy the new one. But maybe I can find something from the internet, maybe. This one is also, this have the sticky welcome on it here. This one can be removed. These should not be like this. This should be on this one. But the tape side is old. So I have to think about something. Now it's not comfortable. Usually now when I fly, I put it like this on the holder, and then I fly like this. I don't put it on my face anymore. Yeah, and I power it up by this. This is my friend Adam. He made this battery 3D printed case. Instead of the reason why I use this one is because you don't have to like balance charge it. You can just charge it up, and you don't have to really worry about it. Of course, when I charge it, I balance charge it, but you don't have to balance discharge it. This one holds power. I don't know what's the name of this kind of battery inside, but this is 2S battery, and I feel it much better than what I used before. Before I used a 3S battery to power this one up, and I always have to use a long time to charge it, and then when I come back to discharge it, balance discharge. So I feel this is much better to use this kind of battery. But you cannot fly in these batteries, and this give out the power too low. Yeah, but this is my gear, and this is what I fly every day. I also have this is my charger. This charger I bought a long time ago, at the same time I bought the goggles, and it's from the same company, Sky IC. Charger is very good. I also have two other drones. This one. And this one. This one my friend made. The body is from a FPV. No, what's called Betafly, the FPV. But the inside is different parts my friend put together. And this one, I forget the brand. I will put the brand in here. This one have the SD card, and that's what I use for recording video when I fly. So this is all my drones. And I usually always fly this one, newbie drone. It's great. This one is quite fast. And this one is very nice to take the video. And I just want to add about my experience about the batteries. I did a lot of battery testing with the newbie drone, and I only tested the G and B batteries. And I bought the 350 milliamps high volt battery, and I bought the 550 milliamps battery, and I bought these 300 milliamps, and I also bought 250 and 260. And the batteries, the 300 milliamps is the best battery at that time when I do the battery testing. Now there have been new batteries out. These ones are from 30C to 60C discharge, and I see the new battery. What's that? From 60C to 120C discharge. And the flight test, when I did the testing with the 300 milliamps, I get with the new battery, I get about 3 minutes flight. And with the 350 milliamps, I get a lower flight performance because it's a heavier battery. And I get what was 3 minutes and 15. And that's 50 milliamps more. I only get like 15 seconds longer. And the 550 milliamps, I get a longer flight time. I forget 4.5 minutes or something like that. But the performance was very well low compared to the 300 milliamps. And now the G and B have the new connector, the 27 connector. I'm thinking about buying the new connector and then switching out the connector, and then use the new battery 380 milliamps. I see on the shop the 350 milliamps and the 308 milliamps. The 380 milliamps is lighter than the 350 new battery. So yeah, I will probably buy the new connector and then buy the new battery. But I'm just concerned about the weight, because I did the battery testing before, and this one is fine. But you don't have with this connector, the 300 milliamps with the new connector. And after some time, before I get like 3 minutes flight, now I only get like 2 minutes flight with these batteries because they are older. And what else can I say? Oh yeah, about the variant. So this one is much more easy to to connect, I feel, than this one. But I feel the line and the sack of the battery, I feel this one is much better. I was also thinking about buying a new connector and then make the battery connector much, how to say, the line, the wire much shorter. So I feel this battery is better than this one, the sack. But this one is much more easy to broke than this one. I didn't have any of those broke yet, but several of these ones they broke already. Oh, it's not true. I had one battery overheated and melted inside. But I don't remember which one it was, this one or that one. I didn't remember that. And you can see this one, the pins inside. The one, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the one pin is more black than the other pin. And it definitely gets very, very hot here, the connector. And this is how I charge the batteries. This is a 6S charger with a TX30 on, and I have 6 of those batteries together. Then it's very easy for me to charge them, to balance discharge them when I finish charging flying, and when I fly. And I charge them with like this. And I charge them on, I can actually show you. This one, I finished flying. So, say good. I just finished flying. And when I charge it, then this is B. I think this is a little bit stupid, the setup. Then it's A here and B there. It's much better if it's A, B, D, and then, like this is much better. But it's set up like that, so you have to think, the battery. I have several times I put in the wrong program, I think, why can't it work? I say, oh, this one, not just like this, So, this is B, go down there, high volt, there. And when I charge it on 0.4 amps. And when I balance charge, then I go to 0.3. And it has been working out fine this way. Before I used usually a 1S, like box charger, and you charge them there, and I think it's not that good. I much better like to use this way. So this is the way I do it. And I will make a new video in the future just to talk about the batteries if I buy the new connector.